Tailgate Talk, brought to you by SouthernBone&Joint specialists.
Ryan Hennessy here with another Tailgate Talks with Dawson Pope, kicker for Ashford High School. Thanks for standing up with us because we're about to kick some football. So talk about being a kicker and how important it is to have the right routine.
Basically, when I first started kicking, I had a lot of injury problems, and so that's because I didn't really know how to stretch and stuff like that. So once I got my routines down, it was so much better the next year, and I didn't have any injuries or anything like that.
And stretching, you talked about, stretching. How important is that before and after a game?
Before, because, if you don't stretch good, you're more likely going to hurt your leg muscle or something like that, or, pull something. And especially after, that way you don't get sore. Basically, I just kick it like it is in practice, like I'm by myself. That way, anytime I kick it, just no pressure at all.
That's all we have for Tailgate Talk this week.
Your Tailgate Talk tip, brought to you by SouthernBone&Joint specialists.
One of the most common orthopedic injuries is an ankle sprain, and that's an injury to the ligaments on the outside part of the ankle. As the ankle turns, those ligaments can be either stretched or torn. And acutely on the field, we'll start with rest, ice, elevation, and compression. And then when seen back in the office, depending on the severity of the sprain, we could put that initially in a boot and crutches, and then followed by physical therapy and bracing. The goal is to prevent this ankle sprain from being a chronic instability problem. That oftentimes can result or need surgery.